you need to change your attitude. You understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand Urdu?
A little bit, yeah.
Look.
YouTube channel. I'm not stepping foot in that path again because it's just too much hassle for me. It's just causing that I can't stand and listen to these people. These people just James Goddard, Danny Tomo think they can come to the park. I don't mind them coming to the park. They're more than welcome to come to the park and do it and have the debate. But then, why do you need to come? Why do you need to come in numbers and try and fight and try and cause a divide? They're coming to the park that's causing a divide between the Muslims and non-Muslims.
I can understand where you're coming from, but you also have to understand there are extremists at Speaker's Corner that are trying to take over, right? So you got James that is actually standing up to them, and I think although some people can get into an angry frenzy and they can say stuff that's not appropriate. I mean, for example, for example, to be honest, if you stop and think, right, your own attitude is not correct, is it though?
No.
You know what I mean? Because if you are professing to go to Friday prayers and you act as you are at Speaker's Corner, do you think that is the correct way of acting? No, it isn't. And you also, I mean, it's not good for a person to go at Speaker's Corner and act at the hard one either, because if you're on your own, right, you know what I mean? If you're on your own, you're not tough, are you though? Understand?
I understand, yeah.
So, how come you're not attending Speaker's Corner again?
I'm going to go this Sunday and see if I'm good. To be honest, there's too much drama. It's really too much drama. It's just...
It is drama because, I mean, for example, right, would you, right, attack me?
Well, attack you? Not really. You know what? There's no reason for. I don't care. To be honest, if you left Islam, I don't know too much about. I know a bit about you. I've done a bit of research. I know you left Islam. You stand with the far right, whatever. There's no
Omar.
There's no reason. Listen, there's no reason to be attacking. You're a human being at the end of the day.
Well,
You have your own reasons for doing what you're doing. That's your fault. That's your business, not mine.
Well, I actually appreciate that to actually hear that from you, that you wouldn't attack me because I turned away from Islam. That is really good to hear. And also,
at the end of the day, whether you're Muslim or you're a Christian, you're a human being at the end of the day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who I talk to who have left Islam.
Yeah.
And they're telling me to leave Islam as well. I'm not going to leave Islam. But obviously, if you want to leave Islam, you have more than you have your right to leave Islam. It's your business. Whether I agree with it or I don't agree with it, that's not my business. So there's no need for me to attack people for that because it's not necessary.
No, I agree with that. And would you also, for example, would you agree, right, that we are actually brought up and taught, right, Gore this, English people that, and white girls are slags. Do you think that is a right attitude to be brought up in?
Of course, not at all. Everybody's human being.
Well, exactly.
Black, Asian, Jewish, Christian, whatever you are, man, you can't be teaching people that.
Well, exactly, and this is why it's up to us to challenge our own communities for their racist attitudes towards the Gores. Understand?
Yeah.
Right, because Tommy, right, I know Tommy personally, and I can guarantee you that he is not a racist. I guarantee you that. Right, because he's only standing up. Right? I mean, right, let's turn the tables, right? If English people raped girls from our communities, right, could you imagine, right, the uproar?
Oh shit, yeah. But listen, I sent him previously, I think, so I made a few live streams yesterday, like, over the past couple of days. So I think one of the live streams I did yesterday, I said in my live streams, actually, there's one thing I do. I don't really like Tommy Robinson. I'm not nothing against him, but I don't like what he stands for. But one thing I respect Tommy Robinson for is exposing the grooming gangs. It doesn't matter whether they're Muslim or they're Gore or they're Gale.
Yeah.
He's exposing the grooming, because the grooming gangs, these grooming gangs who are so-called Muslims are not Muslims.
Yeah, but then
child and call yourself a Muslim doesn't matter what race or
then
you can't groom a child, even call yourself a Christian. So I give props to Tommy for doing that.
Okay.
I don't understand it. There's so many white pedophiles. Why doesn't he mention any white pedophiles?
Because I'll tell you why, right? Tommy, right? Gore's, right? White people stand against any pedophiles. So if there's any white pedophiles, right, the white people are quick, right, to come against and speak against them. But Omar, here's a question, okay? Why isn't men from our own communities standing outside the courts when men from our own communities are being tried for these vile rapes and torture of white kids? Why isn't there men from our own community standing outside the courts to say these are pedophiles, these are scum? That's the issue.
That's a very good question, and I'll give you an answer to that. That's a very good question. I'll give you an answer to that.
Because you're smart.
I would listen. I would be more than willing to do that. I have talked to before me and Danny Trumbull had this little madness.
Yeah.
I've got nothing against the guy. I've talked to his cousin comes onto my live feed and she says her name is Claire Thomas. I don't know if you know Claire Thomas. I don't know if you know her.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, she's apparently Danny Thomas' cousin. She talked to me and said he's a good guy. He gets pissed off with the shit that's happening, which is understandable.
I know Danny. Yeah.
I talked to Danny before about this.
After
I would work with him to stop doing this.
I mean,
last time I went to the DFLA march 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I went to the DFLA march 2 weeks ago. There 28,000 Gore. I went with another guy. He's not Muslim. He's just an Indian. He's a Hindu, but he's a cool guy. I've got respect for him.
Right.
This one is obviously we are against terrorism. Just because we're Muslim doesn't mean we're for it.
Omar. Yeah.
They don't even want to speak to school. I have threatened they tell me there's £10,000 on my life. £10,000 to the first man who kills me.
Who said that?
I've got it on video. There's some guy in the blue come up to me telling me I'm a lifer, I'm on life license.
Well,
if I wouldn't touch you, I can get man to come down to he's going to do this to you, do that to you. I went there, they're telling me I'm not allowed to march with them. Do you know what they said? I said, why? They said because I'm Muslim and I'm brown. Thing is, Omar, anybody that says stuff as you just explained to me, I mean, I will stand up and I'll say it's a wrong attitude to have. But Omar, right, after speaking to you on air, I know that you're smart. You're not stupid. And thing is, right, do you think, right, for example, if Englishmen raped girls from our communities, right, our community will be on the streets, right, rioting. Do you think that the white people have the right to defend white kids from the rapes from men from our communities? Do you think the white people have the right to do that? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so this is what Tommy is trying to do, right? Because men from our communities racially, I mean, it was racist as well. It wasn't just rapes, torture, it was racist rapes, and that is wrong. This is why people like you should stand outside the courts and say to these people, right, you are scum, because if you don't, then that is a problem. I'll give you another example, right? When a white pedophile is put in prison, he has to go into isolation because other prisoners will attack him. And when that white paedophile is put into the community again, right, nobody in the community knows that there is a paedophile on their street because he'll get attacked. Now here's the thing, right, when men from our communities go into prison for raping kids, they do not have to go into isolation. They go amongst their own people. And when they're out of prison, they can go into their own communities without any fear of attack. Now that is a problem, isn't it? Because that then tells other people that the community does not care, right? They accept them as their brothers because they just raped white kids. This is the problem. And men from our, right, now here's the thing, men from our communities raping white kids, and not only that, Sikh kids as well, right, is causing community tensions. Tommy speaking against it is not causing community tensions. It's men, racist men from our own communities that are causing community tensions. Yes? You know, you can be, I mean, for example, at Speaker's Corner, right, you can be a positive input. All you have to do is change your attitude, right, and confront the racist behavior of our own communities, because we, right, for example, are quick to say that the white people stereotype us, and yet it's us that stereotype the white people. You know, would you agree?
Yeah. But let me ask you one thing.
Go on then.
I'm against the same, I'm with you. Everything you said, I am with you. Everything, if Tommy stands for the same thing I stand with, if he agrees with the same thing I agree with, I don't care if I get backlash from my own community. I will stand with Tommy proudly to stamp this out. I've talked to the far right, but it seems that I would love to know, brother, I would love to stop this out, but I can't. I've told people so many times. There's a guy called Manny Tinder in Speaker's Corner, he's a Sikh guy. I told him the same question. I said, would you be willing to work with me? You need to work with my own people. My own people don't want to work with me. So I am approaching the far right and asking them, listen, let's put our differences aside and let's work together and stop this. Because I don't think it should not be going on. I don't care if you're a Muslim, you consider yourself my brother. You're not my brother. If you're raping innocent children, you're a disgusting, vile individual, and you deserve to be locked behind bars. So I will happily meet up with Tommy Robinson, whoever, and work with them to stand this out. How you get those so-called non-hunters online, do it like that. But not to put it on YouTube and get views. Just to do it privately, and let's get these people locked up. Make sure we work with the far. I'll work with Tommy. We can work with the police together, side by side, and get this stopped. Because no one's willing to work with me. I'm one man. I cannot. Maybe in a week. Might be able to in a week or two, in a month. I might be able to expose one or two of them, but what can I do as one human being? There's not a lot.
I mean, Omar,
people like Tommy, he and you have a big, you people have a big platform. The far right have a big platform.
Yeah, Omar.
If they was willing to work with me.
Okay, Omar. I mean, Omar, if you got information, right, within the community, then I am prepared to come alongside you and work, right? But could I just ask you a question?
Of course,
right? Do you think that I have the right to tell people why I have turned away from Islam, even if it causes you offense?
Yeah.
Do you think I have that right? Yeah.
Well, you have every right to say what you want. You have every. There's people who come in my channel, on my channel, Speaker's Corner London, and tell me I'm an ex-Muslim, I'm this and that. I don't block them. I don't say you're a bad person, you're scum. I don't agree with them own reasons. So I don't agree with it, but they have their reasons for leaving Islam. Maybe Islam wasn't right for them.
I'll tell you, yeah, and I mean, if that is the truth, if that is the truth from you, then then I feel encouraged. But here's the thing, right? Islam has been freely expressed in the UK, right? Islam has flourished under the freedom of British law, right? So therefore, right, people should also be able to freely leave Islam. Agree?
Yeah.
And what really angers me, right, is when our community play the race card and this Islamophobia card, right, and yet under British law, Islam has flourished. So how can they play that race card? I don't understand. You know what I mean? Yeah. These are the issues that we need to be challenging our own communities, because if we don't, then we are heading towards big trouble. Because if we don't address these issues, right, we're going to have civil problems within 5 to 10 years' time. And this is what...
Even the other day, I saw an article, someone sent it to me via WhatsApp. There was a Muslim grooming gang that got exposed. There was about, I don't know, 12 to 16 of them. And they were all Pakistani males. One of them, I think you must have heard of this, I think everybody has. One of them converted from a Muslim to a Sikh.
No, that information is not accurate. That guy, you know, there has been some extensive investigation, and that guy is a Sikh. He's from a Sikh history.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, because there was an extensive hang on a minute. There was some input from the Sikhs, and they found out that that guy actually has a Sikh history. He is not a convert from Islam to Sikhism. So yeah, but we have to, right, our community, especially those who actually follow, right, Islam, need to stop, right, and think that it is their behavior that have caused racial tensions. Tommy, right, if I had any ounce of inkling that Tommy is right, a racist, I would not be hanging about, you know, with the guy. He is not a racist. He hasn't got even an ounce of hate in him.
I know he sounds like he might even to this day have Muslim friends, but
he has.
But I get a lot of backlash. I get a lot of hate when I say this, yeah. But I don't really mind. I don't really mind the Muslims hate me when I say this.
What's that?
When was it? A few months ago when he got in prison for the reporting thing. Remember? And in the same day, I don't understand that. In the same day, because I think this is the first in the UK history. I think this has happened. In the same day, he was managed to get arrested, taken to court, and sent to prison. How the fuck does that happen? That is not right.
Well, exactly, because it's all... I'll tell you why, right? Because the establishment, right, all they are interested in is a vote, right? They are using the Islamic community for the votes, right? And that includes Jeremy Corbyn, right? Labour Party, whatever party it is, they use the Islamic community for their votes. That's why they don't want to deal with anything, and they speak against Tommy, right? They just want to win over the Islamic audience. It's a game, right? And as you said, right, Tommy was arrested, charged, tried, and put in prison within the space of 3 to 4 hours. How can that happen? That's ridiculous. That is not justice. That is a stitch up. You know what I mean? And you can be a great asset at Speaker's Corner by speaking against the extremists there. You know what I mean? But if you attack people like, James and Danny, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Because that's not a right attitude. You're raising community tensions. I mean, if you're smart, you're not stupid, because I can tell by speaking to you, right? And I'm sure that if you openly apologized to James and Danny, I guarantee you, right, they would accept your apology.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if he wants to come to Speaker's Corner, because apparently, I'm not sure about this, but I've been told that 2,000 DFNA members are turning up to Speaker's Corner on Sunday.
No, they're not. Who told you that nonsense?
Somebody, a water come on my life, he came on my comment section and said, watch out, 2,000 EDL community. But even not just him, I've actually gone on to and I can even send you the link on my Facebook, Danny Tomo, page saying, demonstration, who's up for demonstration in Hyde Park on Sunday? And a lot of people.
Nah, it's not going to happen, right? I'll tell you what, James isn't there on a Sunday, but he'll be there the Sunday after, right? Now, if you extend your handshake to him and apologize, I guarantee you that he will accept it.
Yeah.
Right? But it takes a humble person, right, to say, okay, my attitude was wrong and I apologize. It takes a brave person to do that. It takes a coward.
I don't care, but Mohammed, listen, whether you're Muslim or not, I still see you as my brother. I told this to everybody. I don't care if you're wallahi on my father's grave, I don't care if you're Muslim, if you're Christian.
Omar.
If I see you're a good person, then I think you have good intentions.
Yeah.
I will put my life on the line. I will put my life on the line for you.
Because at the end of the day, right, I am a practicing Christian. That is why that I am not abusive towards you. That's why I'm talking to you as a Christian, because I am a practicing Christian. That's why I'm trying to say to you, right, is your attitude, as you know, you've already owned up to it, that your attitude is wrong, right? I mean, just extend your handshake to him, right, when you see him, and there has to be a kind of a dialogue, otherwise we're heading towards trouble in 15 to 20 years time, civil problems, and I guarantee you, right, the Pakistani community will not win. And this is what we need to avoid. And not only that, we also have to defend the rights of people that want to leave Islam, because there are thousands, right, in this country that want to leave Islam and they're too scared. A friend of mine, right, you probably heard of him, Mr. Hussein from Bradford, was almost killed outside his home for leaving Islam. He had to be escorted out of Bradford under 9 armed officers. Is that right? That is not.
No.
You know?
Listen, I know there's what I believe that I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to Islam. I'm not gonna say I say it on my YouTube channel. I don't care who cusses me, who cusses me, who wants to kill me. I openly say stuff like I'm a bad Muslim. I'm not gonna say I put my hands on it. I'm perfect. I don't pray. I was drinking last night. I shouldn't have been, but I've got a lot of shit going on in my life. I smoke weed. I've been to prison.
So,
I've done a lot of bad shit. I regret it.
So,
I regret it.
okay.
I know. But listen.
Yeah.
I know deep down I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a good guy. Sometimes I ask myself, why the fuck am I alive, bro? I ask myself that. So
you don't actually practice Islam then, no?
No, I try to, but I don't know. I guess I'm too caught up in this Western lifestyle, I guess.
I'll tell you what, right? It'd be good, right, for us to meet up. Just the two of us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I can trust you, yeah?
Of course, well, you can trust it. I swear listen, I don't say this for nothing. I swear on my dead father's grave, I don't fuck about. If me and you are on the same page, I would love to meet you and just clear this up. Even because I don't have contact with Danny Tomo or James Goddard, but obviously you guys probably do. Obviously being friends with Tommy and that. But if you do talk to them in the next today, even do tell them from me. I sincerely apologize for everything I said. Even like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. The dumb threats. I mean, I was out my nut, bro. I was licked. I've been drinking. I haven't slept since Tuesday.
Okay, Omar.
I haven't eaten anything since Tuesday.
Okay.
I've been under a lot of pressure. My dad's passed away. My sister's ill. My mum's ill, and I just don't know what to do with my life. Do you know what
Omar.
I don't know. I break down, man. I break down like.
I know.
I don't know, man.
Omar. Omar, listen. Omar. Omar, you don't listen, right? I know how it is. Listen, I know how it is. I have been through a lot of shit where I wanted to end it all, and I tried to end it all. So I know how it is. Can I also say, right? I am actually doing a live feed as I'm speaking to you because I wanted to show people that you're not a bad person as you claim to be. And I want to say to people, right, on this live feed right now, please stop ringing Omar up and throwing your abuse at him. This is not the right attitude. And
I'm just a normal guy, man. I've done a lot of shit wrong in my life, but I'm not no terrorist, man.
Yeah, no, you're not. Listen, right, again, all those people that are tuned into this live feed, share this, right? This abuse towards Omar has to stop because this is not the right way to do things. Yes, it is Omar from Speaker's Corner. So please, people, do not phone him up and start throwing your abuse at him. Omar, listen, right? I am prepared to come to London and meet you and try and help you if I can. Yeah? But listen, it's not easy. I know it's not easy because as I said, I on a few occasions try to end it all, and it's not easy, but I'm a lot stronger now because of my faith. I am a lot stronger now because of my faith in Christ. You know what I mean? So I know how you feel. Don't. And it's good. It's good to cry because, people think, right? Men think, right, to cry. You're right. It's a sign of weakness to cry, but it isn't. To cry, right, is a sign of strength. Crying is a sign of strength. So yeah, and I appreciate you opening up to me, but again, a lot of people on here, right, the live feed, I've seen and heard the real Omar, and not the Omar at Speaker's Corner, right? And I'm sure there are people on here that really appreciate your honesty, the real Omar. I have learned, right, a lot from this call. I've learned that you actually are having a lot of problems, a lot of struggles, and it's not easy. I know it's not easy. Are you okay? Omar, are you alright, yeah? Are you working?
Yeah, I don't want to live anymore. I just want to fucking... I just called you as well. I blame myself. It should be me and I'm fucking going up. It should be me and I'm going, not my dad. It should be me. You don't deserve to be dead. It should be me. Why would I? Why would he take it, man? Me and my dad were the best. We didn't really get along, man. Why would she take it from me? Like, I don't think he passed away. He's been like nearly 4 years. I'm like, I was 26 or 30, but I think about it every day. Wow, till the day I die, I will always make myself for his death.
Were you close to your dad?
No, I wasn't, I don't know, man. We just never got along. He used to say to me, I wish I was never born. I said to him, I wish I was dead. I wish I was here. I wish I was here. I could give him a big hug and say I was sorry, man. Because before he died, he went to the care home. And they treated him like fucking shit, bro. They treated him like fucking shit. He had dementia. He didn't even...
Listen, Omar. I know.
He didn't even know what I was, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't even know what I was. He looked at me telling me, who are you? I'm your son.
Yeah.
I had so many plans.
How's your mum?
We beat my brother-in-law. We had plans because he loved cricket. Was going to take him to a cricket match when I went to Pakistan, England. We was going to take him out and just spend time together, man. And I can't do that anymore because he ain't here.
Yeah. How's your mum?
Yeah, well, my mom's got diabetes, arthritis, everything. My sister's got illnesses.
Omar.
Why am I the only healthy one in my family?
Omar.
I should have cancer. I should have every single fucking disease under the sun. I should not be on this fuck. I don't know why I was born. I asked myself every day, why the fuck was I born? I'm a mistake.
Omar.
I'll happily say, I don't care who listens to me. Really did listen to me. I will say I am a mistake. I don't deserve to be on this earth. I have no right to be on this earth. I have not done nothing to deserve to be on this earth. I deserve to be in hell. I deserve to be burning in hell.
Omar. Drinking, right? Drinking and taking drugs isn't the answer, because that just adds on the problem. Because once the drugs and the drink is out of your system, then you feel worse than worse and worse and worse. Thing is, right? I am prepared to meet you because I actually care about people, and I know that you are a broken man, because I know I've been there. I know it is. Yeah, and again, avoid Speaker's Corner. I mean, go there right on a Sunday after, and just go up to James and say, look, I got problems and I'm sorry. You know, because I mean, explain to me, right? Because I want to understand, right? Explain to me, why do you go to Speaker's Corner and be so hard? Is it an escape from your own problems?
I don't know. I really...
I think it is. I think it...
In a way it is, because I don't know, it's the only day in the week. It's the only day in the week where, I don't know, it's the only day in the week that I have my, I don't know, call it me time, call it whatever you want. It's just, I just have time to myself, and I don't know, I just go to Speaker's Corner, and I honestly do try and learn from people about Islam. I do try and learn, but then obviously, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm hot-headed.
I know.
Obviously, deep down to what the shit I
I know you are. I know you are. I think.
I've been smoking weed. Like people think you're this, they don't understand why I do what I do. I've been smoking weed since like
Omar,
30, 14, 15 years. It's not easy. People, even my sister tells me, "Oh yeah, you can stop it." But I tell her, listen, I don't even get along with my sister.
Omar.
I don't. She pisses me off. I piss off. I tell her, listen, you might have tried it once in your life. Try doing it for 15 fucking years of your life and tell me you can give up. It's not. You can't give it up after that long. I don't really drink, Mohammed, bro.
I know. Omar.
But yesterday, I don't drink. The last time I had a drink was maybe last year. This is the first time, and I don't really drink much, bro. And it doesn't take a lot.
What do you drink?
It doesn't take a lot for me to get drunk, bro. And I just get emotional, especially when I'm drunk. When I'm drunk, I'm not violent. I just get emotional, fam.
What do you drink?
It just makes me think, like, especially with weed, but you know what? The people don't understand, like, why I smoke weed. My mom don't understand. My sister don't understand.
Omar.
I do it to escape from my problems.
I know you do. I know you do.
Temporary escape, but when I smoke weed, it makes me forget about my problems for that little, even if it's an hour or 2 hours. It gives me that escape for like those couple of hours before I come back to earth and hit reality. That's why I do it. That's why I smoke weed. So, that's why I smoke so much weed, because it just gets me.
Omar.
It just takes me off this earth, man. I'm just on another planet. I'm zoned out. I'm just not thinking about nothing.
Were you drinking? Omar, were you drinking Stella? Lager, yeah?
Yeah, I was drinking that.
I'll tell you what it is, right? Drink and drugs and Speaker's Corner is an escape for you to forget your problems, right? Especially Speaker's Corner. And the reason you go to Speaker's Corner, for example, again, it's an escape, plus to have that hard image, right? To have this hard image is an escape for you as well, isn't it? Okay, listen, right, I will try and arrange to meet up there, and we can have a chat, and I will educate you also. I will also educate you on Islam as well.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah? Yeah, definitely. Obviously, yeah.
But Omar, please stay away from the drink, because that, right, it causes more problems than anything else.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink too much, but that's why I don't do it very often. My dad used to drink a lot. He used to drink alcohol. He used to be kind of like a border alcoholic. And yeah, I'll see what it does to people, because shit, even like, I don't know if you've heard, like, I've done research, I've done shit like recently that I don't know whether I should have done or not. I've exposed another Muslim brother for something he did. He put his hands on his wife and I exposed him. I'm getting a lot of threats for that.
I sense
a lot of hate for that. People different, but obviously I did it. I tried to explain to my kids. But listen, I've done it because obviously what my dad done is that I forgive him. I don't care when he did it. But he used to put his hands on me when I was a kid. I used to get beaten the fuck out of every single day. He used to beat my mum. I was a little kid. I used to stand there and watch him do that. I was helpless. That is awful, because you know what, right? I can understand that, and I tell you why, right? Because at home, right, my mother used to beat up my sister, who is handicapped, right? She used to keep her in the cellar, and she used to beat her, and I used to see the blood from her head, from her nose, from her mouth. This happened every single day, right? And I was too scared, right, to intervene. My father was too scared to intervene, right? When I got to my teens, right, I was able to intervene and protect her. So I can understand your abuse as well. But here's the thing, right? If you are also smoking skunk, right, that is going to screw you up as well. Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that isn't the answer. Because I know, right, after speaking to you now, what I think I've been speaking to you for over half an hour. Speaking to you now, right? I have actually heard the real Omar, the human part of Omar, right? I can see, I mean, I can feel the hurt, right? This isn't the Omar at Speaker's Corner. This is the Omar that is actually himself. You understand? So if you get any more, right, calls which are abusive, do not react to them. Ignore them, right? And I'm also asking that there are 20 people here, right, that are actually in on this live feed, and I'm going to ask all those 20 people to share this live feed and tell everyone to stop calling Omar and throwing any kind of abuse at him, because this is not the right way either. Two wrongs do not make a right. It takes an adult, a grown person, to actually speak to you as I've done. I mean, when I first called, my intentions weren't to be abusive, right? As I said, I'm a Christian. My intentions was to actually speak to you to see where you're at. Now I know, right? You have got a lot of problems, as I have had a lot of problems in the past. And you're not stupid, right? You are quite intelligent.
Yeah, thanks, man, yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't think, right, all the years that your father used to beat you and he used to beat your mum, right, don't think for once, right, that you are useless. You're not.
Yeah.
You understand? You're not.
Yeah.
You're a stronger person than what you think you are. It is just right. For example, we are all adults, yeah? When we as kids experience abuse from our own parents, right? A lot of those kids, when they grow up, either they turn to drugs or alcohol, or they go and abuse other people. We all have a choice, yeah? I chose not to take drugs. I chose not to turn to alcohol. I chose not to abuse other people. I chose to do the right thing and help others. Understand?
Yeah. I didn't know. Don't worry, man. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So it is all about choices. We can either go down the wrong road and turn to alcohol, drugs, and go and harm other people, or we can choose to do the right thing and be a constructive person.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's all about choices, right? It's not easy, you know. I'm not saying it's easy. It isn't easy, but with help from other people, right, the right people, we can then choose to do the right things.
Yeah.
So if you're free, probably I don't know if you're free on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm free. Yeah.
You're free, okay. I will call you probably tomorrow afternoon and see if you're free in the afternoon, and I'm prepared to come down, but do not, I know that this is a live feed, right? Do not tell any of your friends that I am meeting up with you, okay? I do not want you to tell any of the Muslims that I am meeting up at what time, etc.
The thing is, I'm keeping this. The reason I want to keep this between me and you, because, as you said, me telling other people is gonna. I don't know how to explain it. It's gonna make the situation far worse.
Well,
I want to keep this between me and you, because I want me and you to sort. If people find out afterwards, I don't give a damn. But for now, I want to keep this between me and you, because I think, because obviously, like, yeah, I don't tell people, like, you're the first person, you're the first person in my whole life that, one of the only people, I don't even tell I will happily sit there and listen to your problems all day. Happily, I have no problem with that. I'm happy to do that. But when it comes to expressing myself, I can't. I find it very hard to express my emotions to people. And you're one of the first people I did that to.
Yeah, right. You know what, right? People on here, right? As I said, right, this call is on a live feed, and there are people on here that are saying, right, that are actually concerned. Even the ones that were abusive towards you, right, are feeling guilty now. Yeah. Right. So people know, right, and they at least they know the real Omar. And also, I'm also aware, right, there are other people, for example, the Muslims will also see this live feed, and they will probably call you, right, and say to you, we know that you're meeting Mo, so let's, and they might want to ask you, where are you going to meet me, right? Don't tell them that.
I don't say that on my father's grave. I'm not saying this is between me and you. When you phone me, you're going to phone me in private. And obviously, I don't want needs to be. You don't need to be disclosing any location right now. When you phone me tomorrow, when you're in London,
yeah,
or when you're on the way to London, then you tell me where you are. Because I'm literally, I live in like Shepherd's Bush, like West London. So
right.
I don't care anywhere in London, whatever's suitable for you. I don't really care. Traveling is not really an issue for me. I know my way around London. So whenever you just call me and tell me, look, so and so place, we can meet up so and so place in somewhere quiet where there's nobody, there's no Muslims, there's nobody, where me and you can just sit down, have a conversation as two normal here. I don't care. Take the religion, your race out of it. Just as two human beings, two normal human beings, just have a chat and just sort this out.
Yeah. Could I just ask you a question, for example? You know that Avi from Australia, yeah? Yeah. When he came to Speaker's Corner, right, the first words that you spoke to him was when you told him to F off.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, right, what made you say that?
Because I don't follow Avi very much. But obviously, like I said, I've done a bit of research on the far right. I've done my research on Avi. I've been watching him on YouTube for quite a while. Like I said, I don't follow him, but I have been watching his videos, and I've kind of sussed that I know what he's about. That he's not really. Let's just say he's not a big fan of Islam. What really got on my nerves is when, I think you've heard of Ali Dawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ali Dawa. I'm sure you. I'm sure you've seen the video when Ali Dawa pulled out his phone and said he went to Avi Lee to admit it. He said you killed, because apparently he was an Israeli soldier before. He used to be an Israeli. Yeah,
IDF. Yeah.
Yeah, the IDF, and obviously Ali Dawa confronted him and talked to him about this and said, I haven't seen the picture. Obviously, he's just all we can see in the video is Ali Dawa showing him something, and he said something along the lines of, I can't exactly remember, admit that you've killed these people, Palestinian people, these Muslim people, these Palestinian people, and he's admitted it. And it's like the way he admitted it, he was like, it seemed to me he was proud of what he did. That's what really got to me. It's like he was proud of killing innocent people. Now, here's the thing, right? He didn't admit to killing innocent people, right? One thing, all right, I'll give you, so this, right, that you need to, if you got spare time, right, go on a YouTube and type in, right, son of Hamas. Have you heard of him? I've heard of him, but I haven't.
Yeah, right. Go on there, right, and type that in. This is a guy, right, his father is a co-founder of Hamas, the top leader, a co-founder of Hamas. His son, right, who is called the son of Hamas, he says, right, that they are brought up from an early age to hate the Jews. They are trained to think, right, that Jews kill innocent people, Jews are bad, Jews are evil. They are brought up with that mindset. And when this guy, right, grew up in Hamas and all that, in the end, right, he actually became a Christian as well, right? And he found, right, that the Jews, when he was arrested and put into the Israeli prison, he found, right, that the Jews are the most kindest people, and they are very careful that they do not target innocent people. This is a guy that was in Hamas. His father is a co-founder of Hamas, right? Look into him, right, and do not believe this propaganda from these Arab stations that say that the Jews kill innocent people. Load of nonsense, right? Hamas, right, for example, Hamas attack the Jews from hospitals, from schools, because they want the Jews to attack the hospitals and the schools. So Hamas purposely attack from those establishments. They are the most wicked people, right? And their own people are starving, right? Western aid, listen to this, Western aid goes to the Palestinians, but Hamas take that. They do not let the Palestinians have it. Hamas take that, right, for their own agenda. Yeah. Right, you need to look into it properly. When you've ended our call, right, go on the YouTube and look at Son of Hamas and listen to what he says. Yeah. You know what I mean? So Avi never killed innocent people. He only killed a terrorist. And Ali Adawa always twists things, and he lies all the time. I know he does.
I'm not gonna lie, listen, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I personally am not a big fan of Ali. Me and him have had 2 or 3 violent confrontations where he's actually put his hands on me. So yeah, I don't respect this guy.
Who's this? Who, Ali?
No, I don't. Yeah, Ali Dawa. He's actually attacked me before.
That Ali, I mean, he is off his head. He even stated, right, openly on a video, right, that he would be happy for his 9-year-old daughter if she's reached puberty. He would be happy with her if she agreed to go with a 40-year-old man. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I heard that. I think that's absolutely disgusting.
Isn't it? It's disgusting. And these are the type of people that have gone and raped white kids from the age of 9 upwards. The same mentality. You know why? Because Muhammad, right, for example, set that example in the first place. That's the issue. And Danny and James speak against Islam, right? The Islamic ideology. They do not hate people that follow Islam. They speak against the ideology, right? So you have to distinguish between Islam and the people. The only people that they hate, and I hate, are the pedophiles and those that blow up innocent people.
Yeah, definitely.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I will call you tomorrow, but try and stay off the drink, because honestly, that will screw your head up.
Yeah, I don't do that. I've learned my lesson from that, man. It's just, like I said, I slept for 3 days. I haven't eaten for 3 days. But
You haven't eaten. I mean, you have to eat, because if you don't eat, that also can affect your mindset as well. Not eating. You have to eat, man.
it's just when I do that, and I smoke, but it literally makes me lose my appetite.
Have you got any brothers?
I don't. I've just got one sister. She's like 1 year older than me.
Okay, just the 2 of you then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. You know what? I got 5 brothers and 2, sisters, and I got a brother that I have never met, because my parents had him after I left home, so I got a brother that I never even met or seen in person. You know, and that is because I turned away from Islam. You know what I mean? Your own family have rejected you. You know, it's just the whole thing, right? Is just anyway. I'll speak to you about Islam in person anyway, because I know that you don't know a lot about Islam. Is that right?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Okay then, I'll speak to you about it. Yeah.
Thanks for your call, brother. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Thanks for listening anyway. Okay. I'll call you tomorrow, yeah?
Okay, no problem. Thank you, man.
Okay. See you later. Bye. So there you go, people. This is, yes, it is Omar, Ratboy. Yeah, it's him. So this is how it is, isn't it? Now, if I had phoned him up and I threw a lot of abuse at him, I wouldn't have got anywhere, because I treated him as a human being. As I says, I am a practicing Christian. I wanted to speak to him. I wanted to know where he was at, and I found out. And as you know, he's got a lot of issues, a lot of problems. As you know, his father used to brutally beat the crap out of him, and he used to beat up his mum, and he had to watch all that. So yeah, every person has something underlying issues there. Not everyone, but mostly. So let's not phone him up and be abusive towards him. Let's cool things off. Share this, please, everyone, and I hope it has helped you, and I hope it wasn't long and boring, that it has helped you. So thank you for tuning in, but please, people, do share it everywhere, because people need to know to stop bringing him up.